Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Fitchburg Star, our super fan. I'm coming up with something different every time. Kimberly, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Sick and tired of summer, so that is why I'm drinking out of my Christmas mug today.
Oh, geez, come on. It's been a little warm. We just escaped some big storms this week.
No, I'm Christmas in July. Let's go.
And here comes the holiday tree right in the back there. All right. Well, is that cocoa in there then too?
No, it's coffee.
Straight up coffee. All right. Well, cheers from me to you. Perfect timing. We do have our Fitchburg Star update today. A lot to get to here. So no more cheering. Let's get right into this. We'll start with a possible new school to talk about that was talked about this past week.
Absolutely. So St. Ambrose is looking for a new location. So for a while, they've been located at St. Thomas Aquinas. I'm going to butcher that, and the Catholic guilt is going to really rise up here. But so they've been located there for a really long time. And so then the church told them a few years ago that, hey, we're going to need our educational wing back for our own programming. So they've been in the process of looking for a new home. So they have not presented any plans to the city, but Tuesday night they did a comprehensive plan minor amendment to move in, and it's sort of near McGaw Park. It's a really undeveloped area yet. That's kind of in the middle of the city, right south of Nobel Drive. So they needed the amendment because they don't actually need all of the space that was kind of reserved in the comp plan amendment. So but yeah, they're looking to be here. They had attempted to find a space in Verona, but that kind of stalled and fell through after alders in Verona said, well, we really like for you to have a different kind of parking situation and share with the Catholic Church next door. They said no, so now they're coming to Fitchburg instead of pursuing a Verona location. So
gotcha. Well, there you go. We'll follow up on updates on that as that moves along. Let's turn over to the police chief candidates. We've got 4 announced earlier this week, and we've got our candidate. I call it a candidate forum, but a good candidate public open house, if you will, coming up here. Fill us in on the details of what you know.
Yeah, so that will be at 6:30 p.m. On Tuesday, August 3rd, and that will be at the IUPAT Training Center, which is on King James Way, which is I'm pretty sure is a former fire station that the city owned. Not correct? Nope.
No, it's right up the street.
Right up the street. Okay.
I'm here to help you out. It's actually it's a really cool place. So only because I've gotten to be there like 10 times now to make sure this event goes off without a hitch. We're here to help. Yeah, it's right up the street. And they have it's cool because they have a big warehouse area where they train future painters, if you will. But it's got a community room, and apparently a lot of community meetings happen up there, neighborhood community meetings. So it's like the perfect place to have people come out and get together.
Yeah, well, you just saved me from embarrassment, so thank you.
No embarrassment. We're here to help.
But so the 4 finalists that people can meet next week are Lieutenant Scott Kleinfeld, and he is with the City of Madison Police Department. There's retired Chief Alfonso Morales from the City of Milwaukee. Recently, he's been a little bit more embattled. He was ousted by that city's Police and Fire Commission, and they had just settled. The city just provided him a settlement, but he is looking elsewhere for employment. Then you have Chief Tony Rusega from the village of Cross Plains, and I'm really going to butcher this one, but it is the 4th finalist is Vic Siebnick from Salt Lake City, Utah. So those are the 4 finalists. I am assuming they will do something similar to what they did with the administrator candidates a few months back, where they'll have a moderator, they'll ask questions, and then people can do a meet and greet afterwards. So yeah, that'll be happening next week. Police chief is a very important job within the city. So if you can make it, you should make it. So,
and guess what, Kimberly? because I know how much you love Fact TV. I didn't start off the segment saying you were a super fan because you just love Fact TV. We'll be broadcasting this one live as well. So if you can't make it down to the event in person, you can submit your questions ahead of time, which is cool. But also we'll be broadcasting that right here on the comm channel. So you can tune in, Kimberly, but I hope we'll see you there. I set up a press area exactly for you. So press has to be in this one area.
Just big enough for me. That's it.
You have to have a pass. You have to have a press pass to get into this one. Everybody else in the community, we want to see you in there. Kimberly's got to have that press pass to get in there.
Feels
All
like
right.
a amendment violation here, Jeremy.
You're right. I just but you just I just want to see if you have a press pass. Let's just start with that.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Mobile home park update. Something that you brought up here in the paper recently. An update there.
Yeah, so this has been kind of a long-standing issue, going back to even like 2017. But so the gist of what is happening now is, so there were 11 trailers in the Country View Mobile Home Park. And for people who don't know, that is right off of Highway MM. Just as you're kind of getting to the southern end of Fitchburg. And so there were 11 trailers in there that were deemed uninhabitable back in April of 2019. And so the city has been trying to get the owners of the mobile home park to remove them. And then in 2020, in December, the city officially put in a raise order, and it's been kind of a legal process since then. So what is now happening is there's a deadline for them to remove all of the trailers of July 1st. That did not happen. So the city asked the court to rule the mobile home park owners in contempt of court. And so what else might happen there is the city might contract with someone, or they approved a contract in there that is kind of like just a boilerplate backup contract, so that if the trailers aren't removed, then the city will have someone to remove them and then charge that back to owners. So yeah, that is kind of what's happening, where the owners have been declared in contempt of court for not getting those removed, and the judge ruled in favor of the city with that situation. So
all right, perfect. We'll check back in on that one as well. Finally, CIP did happen and was approved this past week.
Yeah, so there were 14 amendments, and there were amendments that were about a lot of different things. So a couple of amendments about adding solar panels to well houses, or just different stormwater facility infrastructure as they get built, so that they can reduce their carbon footprint, since those pumping and well facilities make up a quarter of the city's energy usage. There was another one where they split the South Scion Road, or the Scion Road reconstruction, into two different parts, just because of the prices of that. And then two really big ones, where so the teen center had a timeline established. So in the draft CIP, it was put back to 2030. And that has since been moved up to 2024, 2025, with different steps in between established. So in 2022, they will do a concept study. And then in 2023, they'll do a feasibility and design study. And so then in 2024, 2025, they can decide whether they would like to purchase and renovate a building or build a building new in the Jamestown neighborhood. And so then the hub phase 2 was also discussed. They moved that project up by a year. It had been delayed by 2 years simply because of the delays that phase 1 has seen. So they just moved that back up by 1 year, and then they reestablished the funding model for it. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the CIP. The CIP is important because that is kind of one of the puzzle pieces for the operating budget in the next year, so they know how what projects people are doing, what borrowing needs to happen, all that kind of good stuff. So seems kind of early to be thinking about 2022, but we are working on that budget for it with the city. So that's what that process is for.
Yeah, in fact, budget stuff coming out here pretty quick. So just like that, at a snap of a finger, we go from our CIP capital improvement plan right on to a budget. So all comes together here. Well, we've got another update in. Kimberly, you've been busy.
Right.
Appreciate the time. Folks want to find out more or get involved in that newsletter. How can they do that?
Yes. Well, the best way to do it is to go to connectfitchburg.com. For right now, we have our newsletter sign up on the right side of the screen if you are using desktop. If you're using mobile, it's a little bit further down, but I don't know where it'll be when we redo our website. But once we redo our website, I'll let you know where that sign up is for you guys. So a lot of different things in kind of moving around in pieces, but what'll always be there is our reporting on Fitchburg. So I know.
I want to see this segment on your website. How can we make that happen, Kimberly?
I can put it in TCMS with an HTML link, and I have put these segments
Darn right.
on our website. Absolutely.
Darn right.
Absolutely.
Darn right you have. Kimberly, thank you so very much. It's always fun to catch up with you, and I appreciate your time. We'll catch back up with you. We'll see you next week, Tuesday at the police chief event.
I better see everyone else next week too.
Anyone watching? We'll all be there. We'll all be there and working. Be there. Everybody's
really
going to be there.
I'll cry if you're not there.
If I'm not there, I'm probably home with a sick kid. That's all I'm going to say, because that's all that it is there. But thank you so much, Kimberly. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. See you next week.
You bet. Kimberly from Fitchburg Star, he said, check out the website and sign up for that newsletter. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.